Hey, what's happening, College Center? Going for my walk here today. Today in Chicago, we had a beautiful day. Just finally got an 80-degree day. Next weekend, not going to be as good. But, you know, got to get out today and do all the things that I love to do. Got to train. Got to see some old buddies. Those of you guys who've been following me for a long time know that, you know, I used to skateboard. I haven't skateboarded for 2 years. And it was great to see some old buddies this weekend and jump back on the board and see what I can still do, you know, see if I still got it. I got a few things still, you know. And, you know, right now I get to go out and do one of my other favorite things. Just kind of get out here in the world and just kind of let the mind go, do whatever it needs to do, right? So check it out. You know, I get asked a lot, you know, what motivated you, Paul? What inspired you, man, to jump on YouTube and take the risk of getting trolled and hate, right, and all that stuff, and jump on Facebook and kind of start living this social media reality life type of thing, right? And trust me, when I was 18 years old, 20 years old, you know, I never thought about it, you know. I never thought I'd be doing it. I was always like, you know, screw those guys or whatever. But here's the deal, man. Once I really started filming my martial arts, filming my training, filming my teaching, documenting this stuff, I started to realize that, you know, this stuff is pretty cool. Like, you get to learn so much more about yourself. You get to see how you change, how you progress, how you evolve, how you get stuck, how you problem solve and work your way through it, through the hard times and all that. And it's just such a powerful tool, you know. And I think if we're using technology the right way, a way that can benefit us, then I think it's all right. As long as we don't let the technology consume us so much. You know, that's why it's important. I believe it's important to get back out, you know, amongst all the natural terrain that you can. I mean, dude, there's a road right here. It's rush hour. There's people driving, people enjoying the day. And it's all cool. And I think that's important. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever read the book Managing Oneself by Peter Drucker. But if you haven't, I highly suggest that you read that book. Look, man, it's small. It's like the size of your cell phone. It's less than 50 pages. And basically, it's true, man. I mean, what gets measured gets managed. And one of the things that I learned, the reason I do my channel, my YouTube channel, my Facebooks, all that stuff, it's kind of two reasons. Number one is that when I was just teaching at my school, I've had many locations. I've tried different business models, and they've all been successful. I figured out how to make them all work. But when I was just teaching at my schools alone and training all the time, you know, it's fun. I love teaching people, right? But I'm like, man, I started getting emails and messages on Facebook and all that. And what I started learning is that there's so many people out there that want access and that want to train, not just for fighting and for self-defense, but because, one, they enjoy it. You know, it's something that they just always had an interest in. They've always wanted to do it. And I think they kind of realize that there's so many benefits that happen in your life when you're doing something that you enjoy, whether it's martial arts or any other kind of sport activity or any activity. It doesn't have to be a sport. If you enjoy music and playing piano or guitar or harp or mandolin or flute, whatever you want to do, you know, I think it's important that you're doing the things that you enjoy, because we do find a level of happiness through those things. And I think that's more important than external self-defense, is the internal self-defense. Because here's the deal. All right, well, let me finish this point first. But so the first reason why is obviously to reach more people, be able to teach more people, be available for people that want to learn it, who don't have access to Kali, you know, wherever they are in the world. And so that's one reason why I do it. The second reason why I do it is kind of for selfish purposes. You know, why I do the YouTube channel and Facebook, all these, you know, the social media life. And I do it for selfish purposes because, as Peter Drucker says, I need to measure my life so that I can make sure that everything is being managed, and so that I am, you know, living to my potential, doing the things that I enjoy to do, getting to spend the time how I want to spend it. Because here's the deal, man. So many people in the world get stuck. You know, and they get stuck doing things that don't fulfill them, don't make them happy. They're not living to their potential. You know, do I think I'm living to my potential? No, not yet. Not yet. But I'm working on it. I'm getting there. You know, do I think I'm training to my full potential? Nope, not yet. I don't even know what it is yet. But I'll tell you this, I'm pushing my training every single day to get there, to find out. I want to know what my potential is. I want to find out. And if you're not documenting what you're doing, then it's not getting managed. And you might be getting lost. You might be falling off. You might not be able to achieve that potential that you're capable of. You know? And over the years that we've been doing the YouTube channel, I've had a few channels before this, you know, just trying to figure out my way, figure out, you know, what's gonna work for me. Oh man, it's gonna be messy over here. We've been getting so much rain. I've got my water shoes on. But you know, so many people get stuck, man. And it's so easy to get stuck. It's so easy to get stuck in a place in our lives where we feel like we have no control. We have no control over our decisions. We have no control, most importantly, over our time. You know, and I for sure have been there. And I kind of made a little pact with myself, and I said, dude, it's not gonna be me. I'm not gonna get stuck like that. You know? And the things I want to do every day, I need to be able to set up my life so that I can do that and do the things that I want to do every single day and do them every day. You know, I want to get outside. I want to train. I want to, that's a dove. I want to spend time with my family, with my friends, you know, and do the things that really matter to me the most. Which is why I started doing this channel, because it allowed me to start documenting and managing my life. Seeing my progression, not only in my training and stuff, but everything, you know. It's one thing to write journals, and I think that's important, but it's a whole nother thing when you can go that extra degree and actually see yourself go through the changes, you know. It's so funny, like Tom and I will watch some of the old videos from time to time, because we'll be like, hey man, what was that one or whatever, trying to look for some information, you know, that was documented in one of our flows so long ago. And every time we do that, we watch some of those old videos, one of us makes the comment, we're like, wow, dude, look how far we've come. You know, look how much we've changed. Look how much we've evolved. I mean, it's powerful. I highly suggest that if you really want to get ahead, if you really want to find your potential in your life, I highly suggest that you document, you start measuring, you start managing, you know, you start holding yourself accountable. When it comes to all these other people, whatever, dude, man, trolls and haters, and you know, I mean, that's why a lot of people are afraid to do it, man. But you know, fuck them, dude. People hate, let them hate. Because you know what it does? It builds your strength and your self-belief. That's all it does, man. It just makes you stronger. You can let it beat you. You can let what some dude that doesn't even train, that's never trained with you a day in their life, you can let a stupid little comment beat you down. Or you can learn how to make you tougher. Learn how to make that build your belief in yourself even more. You know, I don't care about that. Someone asked me, how do you deal with criticism? I go, dude, I don't deal with it. Really. Now, if there's a little incident and I go, hey man, I can push Kali Center out there a little more, of course, I'm gonna do that. But as far as dealing with criticism, man, don't even deal with it. There's no point. Because I'll tell you, man, those who criticize, they ain't doing it, man. They're not working. Those people are getting lost, man. They're getting stuck in their life. And I'll tell you this, one day they're gonna look back. When they're 88 years old, 90 years old, whatever it is, they're gonna look back and they're gonna go, damn, dude, I wasted it. I wasted all that time criticizing some other dude that was going after it. I should have kind of sat back, took a look at what that dude was doing, and I should have mimicked that, and I should have learned from those lessons, and I should have made my life better. We got one shot, man. That's why I do this. That's why I document this. That's why I don't care about criticism. That's why I don't care about haters and trolls and all those things, because, dude, you got one life. You want to waste your life being a hater or being a troll? That's your choice, man. I just hope you don't regret that when you're 90 years old, or if some unfortunate thing happens to you and you got to die younger. I really hope you don't regret that you wasted all that time, all those hours on hating and trolling and complaining and criticizing and whining and bitching and all that negativity, that dark negative cloud around your life, and wondering why. How come this other guy got what he wanted and I didn't? How come this other guy gets to die happy? Maybe a few regrets, but how come that guy got to die happy and I didn't? You know, just things that I think about all the time, you know. It's like going for this walk, I get to contemplate these things. Gotta measure it, man. Gotta measure so I can manage, so I can keep my life moving forward with progression, with change, with evolution, getting closer and closer and closer to discovering what my potential is. I hope you're doing the same, and if you're not, I hope this video gives you a little kick in the ass and inspires you to start. You know, if you're someone who trolls and hates and all that, always complaining about something, always has a chip on their shoulder, something negative to say, whatever it is, I hope you change that. I hope you figure it out in your life. You know, unless your potential, unless your goal is to be the worst person in the world, then I guess keep going. But if you are watching this, that's probably not you. Because if you're watching and you're following Kali Center, you're probably living to my motto. You know, you guys that follow my personal stuff on Facebook and all that, you always see right behind my name this three little letters, RFA. And that stuff stands for require further achievement. Because further achievement is a requirement. It's a must-have. It's not a want. It's not a choice. It's not an option. You got to erase that whole mental block of options and choices and all that and wants, and you got to make it a requirement. You want to get better in your martial arts, you got to make that a requirement. You know, you want to take advantage of your time every day, every week, month, year, decade, for as long as you live. You got to make that a requirement, not a want, not an option, not a choice. Choices and options make us waste time, precious time. Do the math. Do the math. You know, figure out what's the average age, how many hours there are in a year, and do the math. How much time you got left, how much time did you waste? All right, I did that. One day, Ollie and I were training, he says, man, how much time do we have? So we did it, man, we figured it out. You know, and left in my life, there's around 500,000 hours left if I live to the age potential, the average age potential. That's it, man. Don't even have 1,000,000 hours. Right? So, hey man, I hope that this video finds you well. If you got something out of it, hit that thumbs up button. Just kind of going for my walk here. All right, walk through the woods. Got my feet dirty. Right, feeling the air on my skin. Got to see some water. Got to do everything I wanted to do today. I got to train. Got to hang out with some old friends. Got to wake up this morning and see my family before we all left and did our things for the day. I get to come outside and enjoy everything that this world has to offer. At least what I can of it right now. And I get to make this video talking to you guys. So I get to do everything I enjoy. So hey, check out that book if you get a chance. Managing Oneself by Peter Drucker. Make sure you guys are reading. Read all the time. All right? People that want to find their potential in life, that want to kick up their life, pick it up, ramp it up, require further achievement in their life. You got to make sure you guys are reading. Got to make sure you guys are studying. How are you going to get there, man? How are you going to improve? How are you going to do it? Are you doing the things that you enjoy? Not just your martial arts, but what are some other activities that you enjoy? You gotta do it all. You gotta do it all. You can't just be stuck, you know? Don't get stuck, don't get lost. You gotta dig your way out. If you are stuck, if you are lost, take my advice here on this video, because trust me, I've been there. I've been there. I remember I doubted myself. I would never be able to make a living. I'd never be able to, you know, have freedom with my time. I'd never be able to, you know, just do the things that's important to me. You know, I started reading, I started experimenting, I started trying. I said, screw the haters, screw the trolls. They're gonna happen anyways. They're not doing anything positive with their lives. And one day, those guys are gonna look back and go, damn, I fucked up. I messed up my life. I spent too much time hating and trolling and bitching and whining and complaining and criticizing. I never paid attention to me and what I wanted. Or I ran away from it. I ran away from what I wanted. I ran away from myself. Martial arts is teaching you how to dig deeper in yourself and discover, find yourself, and work up that courage to go get the things in life that you want to achieve. So make sure you're using your training for that, not just self-defense and fighting, but inner self-defense, dude. Don't get lost, man. Don't get stuck. And if you feel like that right now, like I said, you got to work your way out of it. All right? It ain't too late. It's never too late. So, if you got something out of this video, hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment below. Tell me about your experiences, you know. How are you measuring and managing your life, your progression? What are you doing? Are you journaling? Are you taking videos? What are you doing? Because if you're not doing it, I'm telling you, you're missing things. You're missing opportunities. All right? Massively too. I'm telling you, man. There's so much I wish I would have kept track of before I started doing all this. So much. So much. Hey man, subscribe to the channel. If you like this type of video, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll do some more of them every kind of now and then. I'm not gonna fill up my, I wanna make sure we're training, you know. That's the main purpose of why I do College Center. I wanna train, but it's important that we're getting these messages and that we're stirring the thinking. Because is our training benefiting our life? Now, are we not not just going through the movements, not just going through the tactics and techniques, but we're using those strategies and tactics to improve our life, to improve the life of those around us. It's critical, man. It's critical. You know, 50% of the time, do it for you, and 50% of the time, do it for your community, man. Do it for the others. All right, share this video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.